The question of the day is when and when not to do a practice race. Hey cycling community, this is Steve Bruce's The Cycling Greek. Today is Wednesday. Typically Wednesdays in my training plan are reserved for doing the Pumpkin Valley Circuit practice race. But today I'm electing to do another workout. Why? Let's first look at why do a practice race. More than likely in that race, you're going to be going fast and hard. You're going to be attacking and causing a surge. You may be responding to a surge. You may be countering off that surge. You're going to be slowing up and recovering as much as you can under stress. If you're like me, you're going to get dropped. Then you're going to be doing a lot of chasing at threshold or near threshold in order to catch up to somebody. If you're in a chase group, you're going to be going hard, pulling off, recovering under speed, and then doing it over again, over and over again. Doing that practice race allows you to experience variability. And variability is very important, especially in our sport, because it's all about being able to do things when you want to and in reaction to what other people are doing. So, why am I doing something else today? The answer is that variability. I can't predict what's going to happen during each of those practice races. And if all my training or a lot of my training is nothing but variability, that's not going to serve me well. It could be that really strong people show up at the practice race and I get dropped at the first big effort, and then I'm doing my chasing. And also take a look at the rest of my training or my situation, I guess in this case. So this last weekend I did a race where I did 3 crits, really 2 1/4 crits, and I'll post those videos down below in the description. You'll see why. And this coming Saturday I'm going to be doing another race. I need to have a workout that's going to benefit me, that I know what it's going to be. I'm in the shade now because it's starting to get hot. We'll be talking about that later on. Okay, some of you out there may be asking, well, why don't you go do the practice race today and do this workout on another day? If you're asking that, it's probably because you are just seeing my videos for the first time. I am about 6 weeks away from turning 66. Not only that, I've been subject to AFib attacks, atrial fibrillation, since I was 61. So I have this set of rules where if I adhere to them, I can keep racing. And it seems to be working out so far. One of those rules is no more than 2 hard workouts a week. So this coming Saturday, my race is the one workout, and this 4-lane workout for the high intensity stuff is my other workout. So this is where I tanked up with water. And I brought an extra water bottle. It is a hot day today, hottest day of the year so far, 97. And fortunately that 97's for a high on the valley floor, and I'm doing some climbing. I'm going to climb up to 4,000 feet. Right now I'm about 1,500 feet. I want to do some upper intensity work, a lot of upper intensity work, but it may be the case I just do some of it because of the heat. We'll find out. Remember when I was talking about the reason I'm not doing the practice race today is because of the variability factor relative to the rest of my workout? Today's intervals are actually designed to enhance that variability. Before I describe what those intervals are, let me see if I can actually do them given the heat and given everything else that I'm dealing with. When I was designing the intervals for this workout, I was not only keeping in mind my race this coming weekend, but also the fact that I need to be able to sustain a strong effort for a long period of time. And I've been having trouble doing that. One can easily respond and say, well, just do 2-minute intervals, and that is a viable solution. Today, however, I elected not to do that. I still want to be able to generate a lot of power, let's say what I can do in 30 seconds, even if I want to do more, than I can in 2 minutes. I therefore came up with the following configuration that you're seeing now. 30 seconds at below my threshold, 30 seconds at VO2 max, then 30 seconds just above my threshold, then 30 seconds at my anaerobic capacity, finally followed by 30 seconds at just above my threshold. Not knowing how the heat would affect me, I gave myself about 6 minutes between each of the sets. And I ended up only doing 2 sets because of that heat. If the day wasn't so hot, I probably would have ended up doing 6. At least I like to think so. That second one, I could feel the heat now that I'm done with it. Oh man. Just like the first one at the end, when I finished, I felt like just turning around and going home. However, it had been a while since I've done a long climb, so I kept on going. Also, I was using this portion for more heat acclimatization. I was suffering in the beginning, and after about halfway up this 8-mile climb, I started feeling a little bit better. I did do about 2 or 3 sprints, and of course, after each sprint, I felt like turning around and getting back to the car. That second one, I could feel the heat now that I'm done with it. Oh man, just like the first one at the end, when I finished, I felt like just turning around and going home. Boy, this better be paying off for me.
So you were ahead of me by a bit.
Oh, I was going so slow up that thing. I had a set of behind sustained intervals to do. I did 2, and then I was cooked.
That's why I started at 6 in the morning. It is hot.
Yeah, I'm trying to get acclimated because the season started so late.
I know.
So,
yeah, I'd say always be climbing and riding the heat to get used to it because it is awful.
Yes.
You gonna race this afternoon or?
No, because I raced Saturday and I'm going to race this Saturday, it'd be silly for me to do a, the same type of workout.
They take it easy when there's a race coming up.
Oh.
So it's a little more relaxed. Last 2 weeks, because there's races on both they pretty much stay together the whole time. So. Ah,
okay. Well, see, I need some specific stuff to work on.
Right.
And that variability, and that's including the variability, that would have not worked out for me. But here I got cooked and only did few intervals anyway, so.
Well, I'm gonna go to the office for about an hour or 2, and then I'm gonna go out and race this afternoon.
Double days?
Well, I did the Old Toll House, did Big Creek, and then Mushroom Rock. Got 11,000 meter climb.
It's got to be close to 97. I want to get to the point where I can go to a hot race and go, I got this, as opposed to, man, I'm going to cook in about 10 minutes. That's a big ask. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, got some value out of it, and always remember, comment, like, subscribe, The Cycling Greek.